Some people think it's, yeah, the positive or negative answers. Now we especially arrange a class for you. Let's welcome Ms. Chen Zhuqi, news manager of news director of the ITV. The role of media in the pandemic. Dear Master Chen Yan and Master in Jinsa Board and all Zhuqi brothers and sisters, good evening. From your I know you're all tired. Appreciate that I have the chance to come to share. Every year I have some special task to show up in TIMA. Actually, you must be familiar with me, with my face. Do you know the chance to get 0.6 million of chance to get hit by thunder, and you and me to meet each other? The percentage of chance. The answer is 7.7 billion. One of 7.7 billion chance. So how rare we get the chance to see each other and stay so late here. So it's really rare to have this chance to stay so late, to have 35 minutes together. And so late, you got such a class from me. I will try my best to talk with you and what I see in the ITV, the stories in the front line. Now let's see the first page of my PPT. If you are too tired and become dozing, I will not blame you. I won't. I will blame Dr. Chen. I love this photo, this picture. The first time when human in the world confronted the first pandemic, and this doctor invented this gown for everyone. You see, this is a very special gown. I love this picture, this drawing. Yesterday, actually, you already know the situation in Mozambique. It takes $20 in Mozambique to buy soap. So they will choose to feed themselves first instead of buying soap. There are many countries they cannot work because they take odd jobs. Because of the severe environment for them, they cannot have things to prevent, to protect themselves. There is a camp in South Sudan, the refugee camp there. It's about 46,000 people there. It's really not easy for them to wash their hands well. The rumor, they're afraid. 听不到 because of the
那老百姓听一听就觉得那还蛮有道理，我们这里整天都很热，所以我们这里不会有新冠病毒。那他们还听到一个谣言说
they got a rumor, as long as you got the darkened skin, you won't get infected. Because it is so hot there, so they believe that rumor that they will not get coronavirus. So you will see this footage that here, this young man tried to tell everyone the right knowledge about the coronavirus. Let's see the condition in the world. Now we know President Trump and his wife got coronavirus, COVID-19. And this president in Brazil, he is the first person stand out to tell everyone that we don't need face masks. After that, not too very soon, he got COVID-19. And he told everyone that all you have to do just take this medicine, Tamiflu. That's what he said. And there is a rumor in Bolivia. This is just like the bridge. So, like, Bolivian got a panic buying chlorine. They believe that as long as they drink this, they won't get COVID-19. And next, you see, they believe that as long as they drink a lot of alcohol, pure alcohol, and then they will not get COVID-19. So Trump take cream for 2 weeks, and then he told his doctor that he did this. In America, they cannot stop people to take part in the party. So there is a party, especially for those confirmed cases, and they are in a very close space to have the party there. So they believe that they will be recovered after that. We think in America they got everything, but we never think of this situation that they have to use a face mask for 1 week. And now they use trash bags for their gown.
And now we are switch the channel to the Asia. We can see this picture from India. We treat this country as a locomotive in Asia for economic development. However, when you see they are running out of the line, the economic also stopped due to this kind of situation. For the inflation rate, India right now is surpass England and America. Right now is the number 2 in the world. And we can predict if this situation did not change, India will surely exceed the bad situation of America. Every day is almost 80,000 to 100,000 people was infected daily in India. So we can predict that in the 2 weeks, the infection rate will be higher than every country in the world. From the picture over here, we can see that in the slum camp, the water resources is very dirty. But however, the people living over here, they have to use such kind of water for their daily use, for any kind of application, even drinking. You can imagine that for such kind of bad situation. And in this kind of slum camp of India, too many people living together, so there's a so-called social distancing can be kept in this society. So we can imagine that how can people keep the gap in between. So for the Indian people, the only choice for this kind of situation is die in disease or in poverty, because they have no earning for their daily life. In case that one day has no job, there's no supplies for their families. However, even in such kind of bad epidemic, the government decided to lift the lockdown of the city to allow people to gain in the economic conditions for their families. So after that, not many people wear the mask generally. The reason is due to they cannot get the mask easily. From the picture over here, after lift of the lockdown, the epidemic in India is like an uncontrollable trend. So from the beginning, we assumed that the people eat curry has kind of protective, because India from the beginning is not so serious. However, we found that the situation also changes severely. In the current months, the epidemic in India is out of control. The first million of infection spent 21 days. The second million to the third million used just 16 days. However, for the fourth million, they only use 12 days. So there's a rapid of the rest of the infection rate is very terrible. The city of Bangalore is the capital of the Karnataka states in India. For such kind of developed city, however, surrounding of this city, there's a lot of underprivileged people living over there. Even they are starving for over 2 months due to the living condition is so bad. So there's less people trying to approach them. Let's see the video. So from the video showing over here, that we can see from the Catholic group to distribution the material for the people living over here.
印度的人医会，大家看到这个修女的衣服，感觉到很熟悉。
And we can see the picture that it is a branch from the Catholicism organization from chameleons. Actually, they also have approaching with our TIMA organization, so they have request our help from TIMA organization to help them about their personal protecting gears. So when we try to get the resources for them to India, and they also keep the key point of our distribution point direct and respected. The sisters and the volunteers trying to distribute the materials for the poverty people with non-stop spirit. And now we are happy to see that they have our Zhuqi spirit of distribution. There's one of the priest. He also helping the poor people over there, and he is so curious about our organization. So he would like to understand why Zhuqi volunteer can do such a good job under a Buddha teach.
Your noble foundation. So thank you so much for considering us, listening to the real outcry of the poor sick people from India by Lord Buddha. Recently, somewhere I got it. It says, what do you think that you become? What you feel you attract? What you imagine you become? And then it becomes a reality. I think this is very much true with us as well.
I did a speech from the priest talking about a teaching from Buddha. Actually, is also same as the teaching from our Master Chen. So they found the God teaching actually is the same as the Buddha teaching to all Zhuqi members. And this picture already showing that in South America, that teaching us that everything is impermanent. So the death rate over 1 million in the world, such kind of number is not immeasurable. Because compared to the SARS in 2003, that person in SARS is less than 800. However, 1 million in this COVID-19. From the picture showing that that person on the street has no good treatment due to the death rate is too high because we are so fear about the infection, and due to less coffin, so the dead body cannot be put in the coffin, but just buried directly into the hole. So for such kind of condition, that the funeral service was under a very high stress. So the people for the funeral service in Indonesia begging the people, please consider about their situation because they are soon have Eddie Murabak. They would like to have good condition with their families for Ramadan. So they have to bury over more than several dead bodies in a days. Because we have our own families. I beg you, please allow us to have our own life. This is not a life we want. This funeral service supplier is almost crying to beg you to beg everybody have to stay home because they would like to see that they can go back to the normal life as the people over the cities. And this video showing the supply the materials from Zhuqi actually is cooperated with the Indonesian government. The volunteer in Indonesia actually surpass the precaution of measure for everything which can protect people. So they even spend out their own money to purchase most of the PPEs and the materials for the prevention. So all of the materials they supply to more than 900 medical institutes. And we are switching the channel to mainland China. We can see that lots of material that purchased from mainland China. So this is not really to go to the grocery market. So in this situation of the pandemic, everybody would like to purchase the prevention gear from the world. So everybody trying to urge as much as possible. So due to those material have to import outbound, so a lot of documents have to be prepared well. And due to shortage of a flight and run out the space of the warehouse, so everything is in bad situation for purchasing, deliver, and the storage of those material under severe conditions.
The volunteers are staying in Guangzhou City. We only have 10 people there work in the airport. And the overseas materials want to import on this place all their jobs to do. On the front line, we are all the small part, tiny part of the whole. Everyone learned from the beginning to help. During this time, everyone paid their great efforts to help. The materials from mainland China to export in the name of Zhuqi Foundation. Let's have a look on this film. The materials from Jilin province now into the Guangzhou airport want to deliver to different places of China. The volunteers are so busy during the daytime, but at the nighttime they still have to work for them for the deliveries. It's the early morning, 3 o'clock. We still work on the front line, only take a short rest, and then after that we have to work for the whole day. We just want to deliver the surprise and the love to others. These are for the Nepal and Mozambique, so many places. Then we cooperate together, want to deliver this surprise to these countries. There is an airline from Philippines, put everything, even in the passenger's cabin. Put this surprise in the passenger's cabin, then there will be enough space. And these are volunteers of the Hunan province. These are the medical cap to Philippines by the flight. The boundary has the pandemic has no boundary. The bacteria, the virus, they don't have the boundaries. During all the process to purchase and everything, people pay their efforts, just want to help to abolish the pandemic. Everyone will be safe. Will you see that? Can you see the flags? When they deliver the supplies to the country, then we'll put the national flag on it. Then we'll understand how many countries have we helped in the name of Zhuqi Foundation to help these countries. What we have got is not only simple pieces of the materials or the masks. That is because the genuine love they paid for us. We have to cherish them. One day we have one mission of the Zhuqi Foundation in the mainland China. The situation of Vanicon is almost the same as many places. Only 2 protective gowns, only 10 face masks, and 2 goggles. Only to deliver this surprise to Vanicon, because they did this. At first, everyone thought it's very easy. It's a very easy responsibility, but later we found that's very difficult because we have to use the express for international. But because of the policy changed, so people have to stay in line to the airport, and it's a long line. And every materials have to make the custom declaration, and we have to prepare the 30 pieces of the documents. And we have to find the production place and to identify the places come from. And different kinds materials have to put in different kind of package, respectively. So volunteers there, they packed and then undo and then pack again. And there's another rule that if the materials, the weight of the materials is less than 100 kilograms, then they will not accept it. So we have to also to collect again to put it more than 100 kilograms. So all people pray for the safe arrival to Vanicon. People pray to God for the safe arrival to Vanicon. At last, we have the 64,400 face masks to Vanicon. And all the materials are travel in the world, ocean to ocean and land to land. This picture shows the situation of states. This is the place of states, and then one is for Burma. And this is the situation of Thailand. They don't have any tourists, so of course they don't have any money. The picture shows Jordan. We have the free clinic for them. Of course, we also do this for them. We also pay efforts for the indigenous tribes there. Then this is Zimbabwe, and this picture shows Philippines. Of course, when we deliver the supplies, we have to also notice the social distancing. This picture shows Malaysia. Also, we have to pay the consideration to the people there, and also keep the social distancing. And this picture shows the situation of Mozambique. They do not have enough face masks, so volunteers there to deliver the masks to the people who need it. Of course, we have to let them know that the virus infect everyone regardless of the color of the skin. This picture shows Paraguay. We have the clothes mask for them. On the front line, everyone is so important. Everyone can do something for others. This granny, actually she is very old, but she also did they pay the efforts for everyone. Some people maybe are a little bit dementia. They also pay their efforts for others. Though we are not doctors, we still have to do something for others meaningful. This is the first time that the Pope prayed for the world. Only one people standing there. To use the internet to pray for people, to deliver blessings. So during this pandemic, we see the puzzles and the brine. These two Chinese characters are homophone. One means puzzled, and the other one means ignorant. So under these very strange situations, we also show our genuine love to others. We also see the so-called lay people's wisdom. But smart doesn't equals to wisdom. Wisdom is very special. Then we have to learn something from this period of time. We learn to do the vegetarian lifestyle. We learn to respect the nature. Yeah, we also understand, you see, the virus do not attack any animals, but only people. This is in April that we have the only and the first professional baseball game. When there's no competition in the world, we have the first one. All the people around the world to have this game online. Scarcely have the people to sit there. And also in August, we have the concert. The first one. People stay there to have the concert. This star, though I cannot recognize him, but now he is very famous. First, we have to take the temperature, then wear the masks to register, to show the ID card, and to register online and get the barcode. And then he can enter. So many difficulties and obstacles there, but also so many people gathered to want to attend this concert. Everyone will sacrifice some liberty that just want to attend this concert. That is because everyone shrink ourselves, and then we have the liberty. Under this beautiful moon, the moon tonight is much better than the one yesterday. We can gather together, we can have meal together, we uphold the precept, we control ourselves, then we have the blessings of whole people. We shrink ourselves, and then we have the most liberty. We never forget to love others. We never forget to be grateful. So I love to emphasize, under this beautiful moon, we live in this world of mortals. we also have to do something, achieve something meaningful for others, and influence other people to do the same thing with us. Not only paid efforts for one day, we have to do this continuously, just like to produce a seed and then to spread to others. I do believe that everyone here will be the seed and then to spread this genuine love to others. I'd love to embrace everyone here and get Dharma joy here. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Goodbye.